considerably better fancied as well, 3-1 joint favourite, with Ekbalko placed the year before, Royal Vulcan at 9-2, and at 7-1 was Gaye Brief.
The white flag up, they're under starters orders, and they're away. And Migrator and Comedian, the first to show, from Fane Ranger, and Comedian going on, being tracked by his stable companion Broadsword as they come to the first of the 8 flights. Comedian, Migrator, Sulabula between horses. Over on the far side, Broadsword, just in behind them, Donegal, Prince and Seamer, and then comes Gaye Brief, and then Lulaf, and For Auction and Daring Run, Fane Ranger. And the back marker at the moment is Halin, and also in rear is Royal Vulcan. And racing now towards the second, Comedian. Comedian's rider looking over his left shoulder to see if Peter Scudamore is tracking him on Broadsword, and he is. Sulabula's up with the leaders, Migrator comes next, and then Gaye Brief, and then comes Donegal, Prince and Seamer, and For Auction behind. For Auction is Lulaf, and then Fane Ranger, Brave Hussar, Miller Hill, and For Auction. Halin still the back marker. Boreen Prince in rear, and so's Daring Run, and Sulabula now going on. Sulabula and Timmy's to be taken up from Comedian, then Broadsword, then Migrator, then Donegal Prince behind them, For Auction, then Gaye Brief on the inside of Fane Ranger, then Lulaf, then Seamer on the inside, then comes Daring Run. Behind Daring Run is, who got a reminder there, is Brave Hussar, then comes Ekbalko and Royal Vulcan together, behind them Miller Hill, and then Boreen Prince, and finally Halin running downhill to the third flight, and Comedian gone up again to join Sulabula. Right up with them is Broadsword, then comes Migrator, Donegal Prince, For Auction, Gaye Brief, Seamer on the inside. Over this one, Comedian, Sulabula and Broadsword on the inside, in fact going on now, Broadsword, then Donegal Prince in fourth, behind them comes Seamer, and then For Auction on the outside, behind them Gaye Brief, and making progress towards the outer is Daring Run now, and Halin is the back marker, coming down to the fourth, and it's Broadsword in the lead from Sulabula and Migrator, then Gaye Brief on the inside, then Daring Run on the outer with For Auction, and Royal Vulcan making ground, John Frankham on the inside, Ekbalko not far behind him. Racing right over the far side now in the champion hurdle, and it's Sulabula and Broadsword matching strides from Daring Run, who's gone third, Gaye Brief is 4, Seamer's 5. Fane Ranger's going up on the outside to jump 6. Behind them come Royal Vulcan, and they're racing now towards the top of the hill. And as they do so, it's Sulabula, Broadsword, Gaye Brief, Fane Ranger, Daring Run. Behind them comes Seamer, then For Auction. Behind For Auction is Royal Vulcan, and then Lulaf. Running downhill now, Ekbalko and Royal Vulcan have got a lot to do. They're coming down now towards the third last flight, and it's Broadsword in the lead from Sulabula, Fane Ranger, Gaye Brief. Behind them comes Seamer, Ekbalko, Royal Vulcan on the inside, For Auction on the far side, and there it was Broadsword in the lead from Sulabula, Fane Ranger, Gaye Brief, Boreen Prince. Behind them For Auction, coming to the second last flight now, and it's Broadsword on the inside, narrowly in the lead from Sulabula, then Gaye Brief coming there very strongly on the inside too, and it's Gaye Brief now on the inside who takes it up as they race towards the final flight. Gaye Brief has taken it up from Broadsword, then comes Boreen Prince and Sulabula. Gaye Brief has gone clear though as they come to the last. Richard Linley on Gaye Brief, he's going to jump it 4 lengths clear. Gaye Brief lands in the lead, he hits it hard, gets away with it. Boreen Prince next, then comes Broadsword, Sulabula, For Auction, Ekbalko finishing fast, but Gaye Brief striding up towards the line, being pressed by Boreen Prince, but he's going to hold him, and as they race towards the line, Gaye Brief is going to win the champion hurdle. Boreen Prince is going to be second. It's going to be a photo for third between Ekbalko and For Auction. For Auction and Ekbalko for third in a photo, but Gaye Brief's the winner for Boreen Prince.
Champion hurdle glory for Mercy Rimell and Richard Linley, with the 6-year-old Gaye Brief at 7-1. Boreen Prince second at 50-1, a big price, with For Auction in third, 3-1 joint favourite. The other joint favourite was Ekbalko, who finished in 5th place.